Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel, and we have some more OP replays. Hold my beer, please. We have two replays for you today. We have the Mr. Epic driving the AMX-30 prototype, and we have an IS-4. Now, both battles are pretty much won through their armor. Bounce, bounce, bouncity bounce. Sometimes it only takes a couple of bounces to change the outcome of the game. Now, bearing in mind, this is a medium tank and it has a great armor profile. As you can see, bounces the shot from the T-54 lightweight there. Not bouncing anything so far from the T-54E1, but he is now on a reload, so he's kind of decided, you know what, that position isn't the greatest of positions, and already not even a minute gone, he's on 475 hit points. He has lost almost all of his hit points within the first minute of the game. And there we go with another bounce. So 590 blocked damages at the moment. Nice kill there on the lightweight. And now his heavies have finally come to help him. And he can actually push forward. He's using the dead tanks here for armor to protect him from the tanks to make him not get shot. Luckily, the ST shoots the Panther there at the same time, otherwise the Panther would have got a shot on, and that would have changed the outcome of this game without a doubt. So there goes the enemy tanks. Now the rest of the enemy tanks are pretty much flanking around into the green spawn. Now he does have to be careful because he is a one-shot to this VK. If the VK high rolls, he is a one-shot. So considering he lost all of his hit points at the start of the game, 1 minute later, he's on 2.6k damage. Now, there is a hatch shot there. Is he going to go for the hatch shot? It is a bit of a distance away. He needs to aim. I'm afraid he can't get the shot off, but he needs to start focusing on other tanks because he has spent a little bit too much time focusing on that VK and not actually getting some shots off using the DPM of this tank. There is the waffle coming, the meal is coming. He's going to get a nice HE shot there into the waffle, and the ST also gets a shot off into the waffle as well, bringing him down to a one shot. Now he does have a heavy tank in town, not doing much good where he is at the moment, but his team are now winning. There is still the VK. Luckily, the heavy tank that went through town has taken the attention of that VK. There goes the Scorpion G. So it's now a 4 versus 4. There's still a lot of hit points to get through. Hell of a lot of hit points. Now, whilst the VK is not looking, he is going to farm a little bit of damage from him. He's going to use that DPM to just get as much damage as he can, help his heavy out back there, because the Emil on that red team is also looking in that direction, so he can hopefully clear this guy. That was an unfortunate bounce on the back of the turret there. The ST actually does a very good job in holding this area. Oh, that was nasty shot from the Lerva. He didn't need to take that shot. You can see that him angling, him moving the camera around in disbelief, in probably frustration of himself that he'd done that, because now he has to be very, very careful because he is a one-shot to every tank on the game. He needs to get away from that Emil, but he can't quite get away yet because of that Lerva. And there we go again, another lucky bounce. That's 900 block damage. He can now move into a safer position away from that Emil, but it is now a 2 versus 3. The Emil is a full hit point, 2,100 hit points to try and get through from the tier 9. And again, a lucky bounce. Hell of a lucky bounce that was. Now the Lerva's not looking at him at the moment. Nice shot there. He's going to turn. He's on 1,200 block damage. Can you believe it? For a medium tank, and most of that is from heavy tanks. Most of that block damage is from heavy tanks. Now, the ST, who does a great job, he's now in the open, but what he's doing is he's taking the attention of both of these tanks. Now, he's going to ignore the VK100 at the minute. He can't quite get a shot off, and the hill is kind of hiding him from that VK, and he's going to deal with the Emil with the ST. So this game could have actually gone into my accidental platoon, because these guys together did really, really well, and the ST is also getting very lucky. You can see the Emil there trying to give up on the ST and thinking, you know what, I'm going to ignore you. I can't pen you, and I'm going to go for the AMX instead. But it doesn't work out for him, and the VK is going to die. 5 kills now for our man, the Mr. Epic, and that was an epic game. 1200 block damage. Bearing in mind, he was on 400 hit points, 6 minutes to go, and he ends up on 7,500 damage. 113,000 credits earned there, and very, very nice play indeed. And the ST doesn't do too much, but he does block a few shots. 5 shots he blocks there, which definitely changed the outcome of this game. Next up, we have King's Angel Army, and he is driving the IS-4, the tank that I would always recommend people to grind, especially as if they haven't got a tier 10 yet. If you haven't got a tier 10 and you are looking at what tanks to grind, I would definitely recommend the IS-4 because of the armor profile. You are always going to get bounces in this tank. Whether you're a good player or a bad player, you're going to get bounces. Obviously, the more skilled you are, the more bounces you're going to get, because you're going to know how to angle your tank, and that is exactly what Kings does in this battle. He's going to block a crazy amount of damage, and it definitely changes the outcome of the game. Now, he's going to push up. It is Black Goldville, and he is going to push up towards the caves. Already there is 2 tanks spotted up there. There is the TD and there is the light tank, the Sheridan, two light tanks, and the AMX 50B. So there's 3 tanks currently in the caves. Now, do they push, or do they use that to take advantage of pushing in the middle? But there is a lot of heavies in the middle and a lot of hit points, and he gets a nice bounce there from the missile tank. By the time this video is released, there's not going to be too long left of these missile tanks, so finally they are going. So he's side scraping along this this rock here, and he's literally bouncing everything. So already he's bounced 910 hit points. He still remains full hit points, and there he's dealt a little bit of damage. Now he's T57 is going to push up. Ooh, not quite get that shot on the Sheridan there. There goes the E4. Now, the light tanks are actually running away, which has actually left the 50B all by himself in the cave. So he's going to push the 50B. He is now getting shot, but he's going to push up to the rock, and again, he's going to side scrape. That's the best thing to do in this tank. Just wiggle, side scrape, hold down. It is an all-rounder. It does just about everything. In any position, you can bounce shots on the hull. You can bounce shots on the turret. The armor profile in this tank, I still think, is a little bit too OP. It just, for me, it just makes the IS-7 just useless. It makes the IS-7 look useless. Why? I don't get why anyone would want to play the IS-7 when they could just go and play the IS-4, which is better in every single way. Now, 1,300 block damage there so far. HE shot into the waffle, and it's a 4 versus 5. A 4 versus 5. He has still lost a little bit of hit points, and he's going to get some track shots. He's going to get tracked from the waffle. Now, he is just farming the waffle with HE at the moment. So at the moment, 1,300 block damage. So he would have been dead if he wouldn't have blocked those shots, and he gets a nice HE into the waffle, bringing it now down to a 3-on-4. There's still 2 light tanks out there. There's still the Kranwagen, and there is still, I think, a mouse to try and deal with. And it's now it's a 2 versus 4. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a 1 versus 4. He needs to start clearing these tanks. He has to clear this Kranwagen immediately, as soon as possible. 1,700 block damage now. He's brought the Kranwagen down to a 1-shot. He needs to clear him before the enemy do come a little bit closer. As I've said, there's 2 missile tanks. There's 1 bounce. It unfortunately doesn't quite bounce that shot. So these 2 are both now on a reload, and he should be able to clear it. He does clear the Sheridan with 1 shot, and again, that's from the side. He blocks that from the side of his tank. Now, this guy isn't even shooting missiles, so he's got the DPM, and there again, There is another blocked shot. 2,900. Is he going to get... Oh, that was close. But here comes a mouse. Look at how much hit points the mouse is. And look at this positioning. Fantastic positioning. 3,300 block damage now. He has to take care of this guy before the mouse comes. Over 2,000 hit points. The mouse is on. If he gets penned once from this missile tank, or the T-92, it's not a missile tank this game, he's going to be a one-shot to this mouse. Now, he has to be quick. He has to hurry up. Now, this T-92, all this T-92 needs to do is hide. All he needs to do is hide, but he doesn't. 5 kills now for our man, and he's now on 5.4k damage, 3.3k block damage, and he still has 2,100 hit points to get through. Nice miss there from the mouse. So he should have the mouse on a reload now. And again, just look at his angling. He's not exposing himself to get the shot. Fair enough, he does bounce that shot, but he's not exposing his tank to get that shot. He's always trying to get into a position where he is going to be either hold down or side scraping. And again, here, he's in the open. Just look at his positioning. Look at that positioning, and it pays off because he yet again gets another bounce. 3.7k block damage now, and he's gonna... This is a perfect position for an IS-4 because it has that tiny little ridge in front of it, enough to get your gun over, but it's not enough for the mouse to get a clean shot against this armor profile of the IS-4. Gets a nice high roll there to end the game. So 3.7k damage blocked. And he ends on 7,500 damage. And again, without a doubt, the bounces there won him the game. And he even gets the steel wall. So thank you guys for sending me those replays in. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.
With